Have you ever wondered why, despite all the modern conveniences, so many of us still feel tired, anxious, and out of sync? Every day, we reach for caffeine to stay awake, painkillers to push through, and yet our energy keeps dropping, our minds feel heavier, and our bodies more disconnected. And maybe, just maybe, it's not because something is missing. Maybe it's because we've forgotten the healing power already inside us. You see, more than 2,500 years ago, long before hospitals or medicine cabinets existed, the Buddha taught us a path, not just to peace, but to true balance and vitality. A set of timeless principles that modern science is just beginning to understand. And here's the truth. You don't need to be a monk. You don't need to meditate for hours. You just need to start. Start with one shift, one habit, one breath. In this video, I'll walk you through 12 healing rules drawn from ancient wisdom, backed by science, and shaped by real life. And no, this isn't about changing your whole life overnight. It's about reclaiming one moment of peace, one choice at a time. So if you've been searching for clarity, calm, or simply a better way to take care of yourself, take a deep breath, because the journey back to yourself starts right here. If I told you that just 10 minutes a day could ease your stress, sharpen your focus, and literally rewire your brain, would you believe me? It might sound like hype, but science backs it up. A groundbreaking study from Yale University found that just 10 minutes of daily meditation can shrink the amygdala, the part of your brain that freaks out under stress, and strengthen the prefrontal cortex, which governs calm, focus, and emotional control. But let's get real. Meditation isn't about sitting like a monk or chanting under a tree. It's more like a mental shower. You don't shame yourself for being dirty. You just get in and rinse. And meditation does the same for your mind. It washes away the noise, the overthinking, the to-do lists, and what's left is a version of you that feels lighter. You don't need incense or a mountain view. Start small. While you wait for your coffee to brew, just pause. Try the 4-4-6 breath. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. This isn't spiritual fluff. It activates your vagus nerve, shifting your body from stress mode to healing mode. And when your mind wanders, that's okay. That's the whole point. Every time you bring it back, you're building resilience. Take Sarah, a nurse from Texas. She suffered from chronic migraines for years, but after just 10 days of short daily meditations, her headaches faded. By day 30, her co-workers asked if she'd had cosmetic work done. She hadn't. Her brain had simply begun to glow from within. Here's the most beautiful part. When you find peace inside, it radiates out. You become the calm in other people's storms. Because meditation isn't about escaping life. It's about learning to stand steady in the middle of it. So tonight, sit on the edge of your bed, close your eyes, and just breathe. That one moment may change everything. Did you know that optimists live up to 15 years longer than pessimists? That's not just a feel-good quote. It's from a long-term Harvard study. And the reason why? It's not magic. It's neuroscience. Your brain is a prediction machine. Whatever story you tell it, I'm stuck, I'll never succeed, life's just hard. Your brain rushes to make that your reality, because the mind hates being wrong more than it hates being miserable. But here's the twist. You can change the story. You can train your brain to look for the light, even in darkness. This isn't about fake positivity or pretending everything's great when it's not. It's about building a skill, the skill of choosing a better lens. And it starts with something as simple as this. Every morning for 7 days, write down 3 small things you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be grand. A warm shower, your barista remembering your name, matching socks. Take Jessica, a teacher in Chicago. After her divorce, her inner voice kept saying, "I'm unlovable. I'll be alone forever." But she tried the gratitude journal. By day 7, she caught herself thinking, Maybe there's more good than I've been seeing. That's not fluff. That's neuroplasticity. Your brain forming new pathways, new defaults. And here's the science behind it.
Gratitude and hopeful thoughts increase dopamine and serotonin, the chemicals that boost energy and healing. Negative thoughts, they flood your body with cortisol, aging your cells, weakening your immune system, shrinking your brain's capacity to thrive. But let me be clear, this isn't about gaslighting your pain. If you're grieving or exhausted, don't slap on a smile. Instead, say,
"This hurts," and somewhere, a sunflower is still turning toward the light. So here's your challenge for tonight. When your mind throws out a toxic thought, "I'm a failure," try swapping it with, "This didn't work yet." Tiny shifts, big impact. Because your thoughts aren't facts, they're suggestions. And you are the CEO. You get to say, "Thanks, brain, but we're choosing a different story now." Let's be uncomfortably honest for a moment. When was the last time you treated yourself like someone you love? Not with bubble baths or social media affirmations, but with real, raw compassion. The kind you'd give a child who scraped their knee, or a friend who just lost everything. Because here's the brutal truth. We're often the cruelest to the person we live with 24/7, ourselves. You burn the toast and immediately go, "Ugh, I'm such an idiot." You'd never say that to your best friend, but we say it to ourselves on repeat. Somewhere along the way, we bought the lie that self-criticism makes us better. Spoiler, it doesn't. It makes us smaller. It fuels shame, and shame kills joy, creativity, and courage silently. Self-love isn't narcissism. It's not about ignoring your flaws or pretending you're perfect. It's about showing up for yourself, not as a judge, but as a guardian. Imagine this. If your body were a temple, would you let anyone spray paint "not enough" on the walls? Then why let your inner critic do it daily? The Buddha said, you, yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Not someday, not when you lose weight, not when you get the promotion, now, as you are. So here's your ritual. Stand in front of the mirror. Say, "I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry for every time I called you stupid. Thank you for carrying me, breathing for me, keeping me alive. I love you, not because you're perfect, but because you're still here." It'll feel weird. Good. Growth lives outside the comfort zone. Take Jason, a firefighter who survived a wildfire. He risked his life for strangers, but never once told himself, "You matter." Now, every night, he places his hand on his chest and whispers, "You did good today." No fireworks, no drama, just a man finally choosing to love himself back. Because self-love isn't a luxury, it's daily maintenance for your soul. Let's play a quick game. Think back to your last meal. Did you actually taste it? Did you notice the texture of the veggies, the warmth of the broth, the sweetness of the fruit? Or were you scrolling, working, distracted, shoveling food in like it was just another task to check off? If you're cringing a little, you're not alone. Modern life has turned eating into a race, but here's what few people talk about. Most digestive issues, weight struggles, and chronic inflammation don't start in the kitchen. They start with how we eat, not just what we eat. Food isn't just fuel, it's information. Every bite sends a signal to your cells. Are we safe? Are we stressed? Are we nourished? That's why mindful eating matters. The Buddha once said that meals are miracles because they carry the sunlight, the rain, and the labor of human hands. So how do we reconnect with that miracle? Pause for just 10 seconds before your next meal. Breathe. Look at your food and ask, what am I truly hungry for? Then take one small bite. Feel the flavor. Let it linger. This isn't spiritual fluff. It's biohacking. When you slow down, your brain actually registers fullness. You reduce cravings before they even start. Maria, a busy attorney in Miami, used to eat lunch at her desk while answering emails. Acid reflux was her constant companion. Then she tried the 20-minute meal. No screens, no multitasking, just her food, and her breath. Within weeks, the reflux vanished. She even lost 8 pounds without
When you hear healthy lifestyle, what pops into your mind? Waking up at 5 a.m., intense gym sessions, green smoothies you can't pronounce? Let's bust that myth right now. You don't need to overhaul your life to feel better. In fact, the most powerful changes often come from the smallest shifts. A study from the University of Pennsylvania found that losing just 1 hour of sleep affects your brain the same way as drinking 2 glasses of wine. So if you're bragging about working late and waking early, you're basically showing up to life tipsy. Your body isn't a machine, it's a living ecosystem that thrives on rhythm, not chaos. Think of it like a car. You wouldn't floor the gas 24/7 and wonder why the engine breaks. But that's what we do to our bodies when we glorify hustle and ignore rest. So what can you do instead? Go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Not a full hour, just 30 minutes. Drink warm water when you wake up. No lemon or miracle mix, just water. Take a 5-minute walk after meals, around the house, to the mailbox, or while dancing with your dishes. These aren't revolutionary. That's the point. They're so simple, you can actually do them. And consistency beats intensity every time. Mark, a programmer in Seattle, used to down 3 coffees a day and blame his back pain on his chair. But when he replaced his 3rd cup with herbal tea and added a 7-minute stretch break, the pain vanished. He said, "Turns out my body didn't need fixing. It just needed me to care." Every small habit sends a message to your brain. I'm someone who takes care of me. And soon, your identity starts to shift, not through guilt, but through grace. So tonight, skip the all or nothing plan. Just choose one small upgrade, because sometimes the path to a better life starts with a cup of warm water. Let's be honest, modern life is loud. Notifications ping, deadlines loom, the world keeps spinning faster, and you're expected to keep up. But what if the antidote isn't in a pill, an app, or another productivity hack? What if it's right beneath your feet? Science says just 20 minutes in nature can lower cortisol, the stress hormone, by 21%. And people living near green spaces, they're 30% less likely to struggle with depression. That's not just pretty trees and birdsong, that's medicine. And the best part? Nature asks for nothing in return. No deadlines, no performance, no filter. Just your presence. You don't need a rainforest, a backyard tree, a park bench. Even a patch of grass on your apartment balcony will do. Try this. Take off your shoes and stand barefoot on the ground. Press your palm to the trunk of a tree. Breathe in the air it spent decades preparing for you. That tingling sensation, that's your nervous system syncing with the heartbeat of the earth. It's called earthing, and studies show it reduces inflammation, boosts immunity, and even improves sleep. No fancy gadgets required. Lena, a stockbroker in NYC, used to spend her lunch breaks surrounded by skyscrapers. Then she started eating in a small park near her office. No emails, no scrolling, just her and the trees. After 2 weeks, her insomnia disappeared. She laughed and said, "Now I hug my neighborhood maple like it's my therapist." The truth is, we weren't designed to live under fluorescent lights. We were made to chase fireflies and listen to rain. So tomorrow, find your Bodhi spot. A tree, a bench, a beam of sunlight. Not to do anything, just to be. Because you're not separate from the earth. You are the earth, in human form, remembering its roots. Look around your space right now. How many of the things you see do you truly use or love? If your mental tally just hit a mountain of maybe someday items, you're not alone. Modern life sold us a lie. More stuff equals more happiness. But science says the opposite. Studies show that clutter increases cortisol, the stress hormone, by up to 15%. That pile of unworn clothes, the 1,000 unread emails, the calendar packed with maybe plans. They're not just things, they're silent stress signals. But here's the good news. Simplifying doesn't mean tossing everything and living like a monk. It means curating your life like a museum, keeping only what brings joy or serves a real purpose. The Buddha called it non-attachment, not rejection,
but liberation. Try these 3 small steps.
The 5-minute purge. Pick one drawer. Keep only what you use or love. Digital declutter. Delete 100 old photos or emails. The hell yes rule. If a commitment isn't a hell yes, say no. Your peace is sacred. Marie, a teacher from Austin, once dreamed of a Pinterest-perfect home, but she spent more time vacuuming knickknacks than actually enjoying the space. So one day, she donated 70% of her belongings. Her words? My house feels lighter, and so do I. Because every item you release, every task you let go of, every no you say to what drains you, is a yes to more clarity, creativity, and calm. You don't need 10 pairs of shoes or 30 surface-level friendships. You just need space for what actually matters. So tonight, fill one bag with things you forgot existed. Don't overthink. Just let go. Because sometimes, clearing a shelf clears your mind. What if I told you that 95% of what you do each day isn't really you thinking? It's your subconscious acting. Most of us live by old programs we didn't even write. Things we heard as kids. Things society drilled in. That whisper, I'm not good enough. I always mess up. I'll never change. It's like a playlist on repeat. And until we change the tune, we keep dancing to the same tired beat. But here's the truth. You can rewrite it, one word at a time, one thought at a time, one morning at a time. Start with a simple ritual. Each morning, look in the mirror and say an affirmation out loud. Not just to speak, but to feel. Not someday I'll be okay, but I am already becoming who I need to be. Derek, a recovering alcoholic, started every day with one sentence. I choose peace over chaos. At first, it felt fake, but after 30 days, something shifted. He didn't just believe it, he lived it. And just as we plant good seeds, we must protect the soil. Your environment shapes your subconscious too. So ask yourself, are the people I follow online lifting me up or dragging me down? Do the voices I hear daily reflect the person I want to become? Your brain is always listening. It's learning who you think you are. So give it a better story. Reprogramming your mind isn't magic, it's maintenance. But every time you choose love over fear, peace over noise, truth over self-doubt, you become the author of a new life. Let's get one thing straight. You don't have to choose between East and West, between science and spirituality, between medicine and meditation. You can have both. You should have both. Western medicine is brilliant at saving lives. It acts fast, it targets the emergency, and sometimes it's exactly what we need. But Eastern practices, they help us prevent the crisis before it begins. They nurture, they stabilize, they whisper balance back into chaos. Emma, a cancer patient I met, chose to walk both paths. She did chemotherapy, but every morning she also practiced Tai Chi. She added healing mushrooms to her meals. She visualized her body as a garden, not a battlefield. And she said this helped her feel human again, not just like a patient. So how can you start combining both? If you're in pain, yes, take your meds, but also breathe slowly. Visualize golden light soothing the pain. If you're anxious, sure, see a therapist, but also try yoga or grounding herbs. And maybe, just maybe, swap your third coffee of the day for herbal tea or lemon water. The Buddha never said we should avoid medicine. He said not to become attached to anything, not even suffering. So don't reject help. Don't reject your own power either. Healing doesn't have to be all or nothing. It can be a bridge, built with science, strengthened with soul. Here's something most of us were never taught in school. Your body is healing itself, every second. Right now as you listen, it's regenerating about 330 billion cells a day. That's not magic, that's biology. But what if I told you your belief could make it even stronger? Studies have shown people who believe in their ability to heal recover up to 40% faster. That's not placebo, that's power. Take Jake, for example. He's a construction worker with chronic back pain. Doctors couldn't find a permanent fix.
So one night, he tried something simple. He placed his hand gently on his back, closed his eyes, and imagined golden light flowing up his spine. He whispered, "My body knows how to heal." He did that every night for a month, and little by little, the pain began to soften. Not disappear instantly, but soften. And for Jake, that was enough to get his life back. Want to try it? Close your eyes. Place your hand on the area that needs care. Breathe in deeply. Picture warm light, maybe gold, maybe white, flowing there like a gentle river. Say out loud or in your mind, "My body knows how to heal." You're not just bones and skin. You're electricity, emotion, and memory. And your body? It remembers how to heal. It just needs your trust to begin.
Have you ever considered that your body is speaking to you every day, only you never learned its language? A sharp pinch in the neck, a heavy feeling in the chest, waking up exhausted without knowing why. These aren't random. They're whispers from the body, asking you to pause, notice, and care. But in our fast-paced lives, we often respond by silencing the body with pills rather than listening. You get a headache, you pop a pill. You're tired, you drink coffee. You can't sleep, you scroll your phone until 2 a.m. But have you ever stopped to ask, "Dear body, what are you trying to tell me?" Here's a gentle way to start reconnecting. Each night before bed, place your hand over your heart or belly. Ask softly, "What did I ignore today?" Write it down. Just a few lines in a journal. Learn to feel emotions through your body. Tight chest when angry, cold hands when anxious, aching shoulders when carrying stress. I once met a mother of 3, Elise, who suffered mysterious stomach pains. Doctors found nothing. But when she began journaling each night, she noticed a pattern. The pain flared whenever she suppressed emotions, at work or with her partner. As she honored her truth, the stomach pain faded. She didn't just heal her gut, she started healing her heart. Your body is not your enemy, it's your oldest ally, gently urging you to live honestly, deeply, and well. All you need is to start listening. Here's a truth many of us overlook. We don't really know how to rest. You might think binge-watching TV counts, or sleeping in till noon on Sunday makes up for all the burnout. But why? Do you still feel tired? Because your body needs more than sleep to truly recover. Sleep is just one form of rest. And according to Dr. Saundra Dalton Smith, a renowned expert on energy renewal, there are actually 7 types of rest we all need, from physical, mental, and emotional rest to rest from technology, noise, and toxic interactions. So, how can you rest in the right way? Instead of oversleeping on weekends, try 10 minutes of mental rest. Turn off the noise, no phone, just breathe. Let your brain be still. If you're someone who constantly supports others, give yourself a pause from performing. Take one evening to simply be. No fixing, no pleasing, just you. And now and then, rest from blue light. Go for a walk without headphones. Watch the clouds. Feel the real sunlight. I once met a creative professional, always on, even in the shower or at dinner. He began taking one day a week offline. No emails, no scrolling, just trees, silence, and a journal. After a few weeks, he told me, for the first time in years, my face empty, and it is impossible. You don't need a luxury resort to recover. Meditation, rest, full spectrum rest, because sometimes it's in the very moment you stop that your healing finally begins. These 12 principles I've shared today, they're not just things pulled from the book, they're pieces of my healing journey, steps I stumbled on, tested, and walked through, especially during moments when I feel too heavy, too fast, or too disconnected. Each one isn't meant to overwhelm you, but to gently guide you back to yourself, to help you remember that well-being isn't a destination, it's a series of small choices made with awareness. Maybe today you'll choose to rest 10 minutes without your phone. Or maybe you'll whisper one healing affirmation before sleep.
That's enough. That's powerful. Healing doesn't need to be dramatic. It begins when you decide, I'm worth taking care of. So here's what I invite you to do. Pick just one principle from today that resonates with you most. Try it, not perfectly, but honestly. And then share it with your partner, your mum, your friend. Because healing is contagious when it's real. And don't stop here. In the next video, we'll explore how healing sound frequencies can awaken your body's inner doctor and bring balance where words sometimes can't. The journey has already begun with you, with one small, quiet, powerful step.